His Excellency Mr. Ahmed Farouk, Ambassador of Pakistan to Denmark, to present his introductory remarks, please.
Thank you very much, Ghulam Mustafa Saab, Ambassador Zahoor Ahmed, Mr. Atif Bukhari, Chairman BOI, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome all participants in today's event, especially those from Denmark. My special thanks to Ms. Lena Hansen, Head of Department, Export and Innovation, Trade Council at the Danish Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who would be giving a presentation later on how the Danish government supports businesses to expand their export and overseas presence. Bilateral relations between Denmark and Pakistan are cordial, and this provides an ideal opportunity for promotion of economic linkages. And this has been my main focus since arriving in Denmark over a year ago. Despite the challenges that have been presented by the COVID-19 pandemic, I've tried to reach out to a large number of Danish companies and institutions with the objective of promoting trade and investment. And several of these companies are participating in today's event. These include Bestseller, which is the largest importer of Pakistani textiles in Denmark and perhaps in the Nordic region. We have Grundfos, Linek, Foss, Danfoss, Arla, the whole company. Tigerium Pakistan Limited, which has local offices in Pakistan and whose CEO, Mr. Jesper, will also be speaking about his experience of doing business in Pakistan. And then we have Jimco, Amon Gas, and Renew Energy. So I would like to acknowledge them and thank them for their presence in today's event and look forward to their active participation in the Q&A session. I've also had very positive interactions with the Danske Industry, which is the Association of Danish Industries. They arranged a webinar last year where I made a presentation about the business and investment opportunities in Pakistan. We are in discussion with DI to organize another event focused on opportunities in the information technology sector. I would like to acknowledge the presence of their representative, Mr. Evan, in today's event. The Danish Investment Fund, IFU, is also here. IFU has had a long relationship with Pakistan and has invested in a number of commercial projects, especially cement plants, and we look forward to their continued participation in investment in Pakistan. IFU, through its Danida Sustainable Infrastructure Finance, currently is supporting the construction of a large wastewater treatment plant in Faisalabad. A similar project is also under consideration for Lahore. I would like to acknowledge also the presence of Asia House. Asia House supports Asian embassies in Denmark to link up with Danish businesses and offers its venue to them for organizing events. We look forward to cooperating with them as soon as the COVID-19 situation allows that to happen. The participants from Pakistan will be presenting the business and investment opportunities in Pakistan, especially in the specialized economic zones that have been established under CPEC and other SEZs. I would just quickly like to touch upon a few areas that are of particular relevance for Denmark. First is renewable energy, which is a key focus of our bilateral interactions. During the second round of the Pakistan-Denmark bilateral political consultations, which were held in November last year, it was agreed that both sides would work towards signing a framework agreement for green partnership. Discussions are underway for defining the areas that could be included in this agreement. Pakistan, just for your information, has recently approved an alternative renewable energy policy, which has set ambitious targets of 20% energy from renewables in the energy mix by 2025 and 30% by 2030. Within this, the solar to wind ratio is 70-30. So this provides Denmark and other Nordic countries with significant opportunities for investing in Pakistan. We are in discussions in Denmark with Vestas, which is the largest wind turbine manufacturer in the world. Vestas is keen on entering the Pakistani wind energy market, and further modalities are being worked out with our Ministry of Power. The entry of Vestas would obviously provide opportunities for other Danish companies having allied technologies to participate in the renewable energy sector in Pakistan. Pakistan is also keen to benefit from Danish technical expertise in renewable energy sector, for which discussions are taking place between the Danish Energy Agency and power sector stakeholders in Pakistan. Then biogas is another avenue which is being explored with the two companies that are participating in today's webinar, Amongas and Renew Energy. Pakistan is an energy deficient country, and our reliance on expensive imported gas and other fuels has increased over the years. So the development of a local biogas industry would help us in reducing dependence on imported sources. Pakistan is a large consumer market with a population of over 200 million people and a growing middle class. And despite being the fourth largest milk producer in the world, Pakistan still imports dairy products, especially powdered milk. Therefore, agriculture and dairy sector of Pakistan offers a lot of opportunities for investment by Danish companies as well as other Nordic companies in all aspects of the value chain. So, which includes milk production, cold chain, and the processing of value-added products. In view of the paucity of time, I will conclude my remarks here. I thank all the Danish stakeholders and other participants for their presence in today's event, and we look forward to continuing our interaction with them. Thank you.